way.
Okay, it started. Yeah. So basically, okay, we are still missing the guy to talk about. Yeah, we don't use Simple VC because the moderation is pretty scuffed.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's inaccurate, and then especially if you have a bad mic, it can glitch out and then mute you when you didn't actually say anything.
you can be banned without saying any banned
You
words.
can't be banned for not actually saying anything, so it's pretty scuffed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sure, let's start. Yeah. First off, media committee is the idea. So we already have, for the folks that are new to the WA, we have a bunch of different committees that are supposed to do things in theory. A lot of them are pretty
And
inactive,
really
which
just
is also a topic of discussion
not
about
really.
like, yeah, coming up. They're pretty dead. There's a couple of individual committees that have been doing stuff, but it's mostly individual projects essentially. Like for instance, the building committee, EO has been doing a lot of work on his basilica, for instance, which is cool. Yeah, it happens a lot with the World Assemblies. Because I'm pretty sure in general that it's just individual people, essentially, that have the motivation to stick around and actually make tangible changes for long periods of time. So it's quite difficult to get a large group of people to do so when usually they just kind of log on once or twice, then hop off and never do anything again.
Some people who are here, uh, they don't have the Discord.
Okay.
Means we'll have
Uh,
to invite.
it's been put in player news. Yeah. Are you guys not in the Discord? How about the Committee of Forced Waste? We did do. I actually not sure why we didn't do any changes. That's a good point. Oops. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, people are hopping in. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, one of them is in. Now there is no prize. You can get some potatoes. Do you imagine? I mean, you jest, but like, there are a lot of there are a lot of newbies actually that would take food as payment. Genuinely. We do have a donation committee as well. It also doesn't really do anything, but I do like it. Anyways, yeah, so I think probably no on the media committee, just because we have a lot of committees already, and I'm kind of not sure what it does. I think
Yeah.
it was Salt's idea, but Salt isn't here, so we can't talk about it. That's unfortunate.
Because I feel like a media committee is way too niche.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be
It
better
would,
as like an individual position.
yeah,
Basically.
and
Oh, okay.
it would oversaturate the already oversaturated amount of committees.
We do, yeah. Can do that. Fantasy short film. Ooh, cool.
That's a cool idea, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bolt is also not in the meeting.
Oof.
We are all missing all the people that would have wanted to talk about it. Damn.
I think we are also all missing the GenSec candidates.
Yeah, we are missing all of the Gen Set candidates. Which is really unfortunate. Especially because this time is specifically meant for Europeans to have a slightly better time of doing. Yeah, so I think we're gonna have to skip GenSec for now because they are not
Sadly.
here. It is not. You can announce a candidacy. Go
You
for it.
can announce it at any time, unless voting has started.
Hmm. We haven't really talked about committee activity. I wanted to actually poll if you guys had like any ideas or anything like that. Kind of did. Hello.
Hello.
Build Bree. I mean, you jest, but like Bree is a really great town. So, you know, if folks want to help out.
He is in a chandelier.
Yeah. Hi, James. Sorry, it took a second. Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both, but generally we try to keep it to the VC. We're just chatting in local for the folks that are not able to view VC for some reason or another.
Yeah, and I'm just chatting in local for things that don't need
Why
to
is
be said.
Carl blocked? Carl, you're trying to go home.
Let's hope Sunny has not planned on a massacre.
I would prefer not to have massacres. I feel like it'd be bad.
Nebraska, what?
Too much effort. Better not get dripstone. I don't think so, at least. Part of the reason why, by the way, also, if you want, you can host a meeting, or you can request to host a meeting in your town as well.
Yeah.
In the, we have a channel. Yep, host town proposals. There we go. Yep. Nothing plans a massacre, send them to the couch. That's crazy. Okay. Let me actually get on to the major thing then, if we've talked about the first two. So we have been working very hard on updating the charter. And, like,
Oh,
changing it.
that thing.
Yeah. Paintbrush! No! Don't do that. Please don't! Okay. So if you guys want to stop by, this is currently the notes that we have for editing the charter and the new changes, essentially, that we want to make. So one of the main priorities is, first off, we want to combine the two houses of the General Assembly. For the folks that haven't really, it is notes. These are notes. These were created kind of haphazardly in a staff meeting. This predates the actual, like, sitting down and writing of the charter. These are ideas. Please critique them. Beat them up. I encourage it. Yes. Yeah, but genuinely, we wanted to put this out to public vote because one of the main criticisms that we were getting of the World Assembly before all this was specifically that we were basically acting as dictators and, like, randomly changing stuff without warning, essentially. So, this is our attempt to try and fix that, starting immediately with very clear transparency. What the heck is the Hazy Dictionary?
Oh, that thing.
What? Okay. Anyways, um, yeah. So it's very
We're getting
yappy. We're gonna
trying to
actually
become
clean up.
more democratic.
Yeah, we're gonna actually clean up the ideas and write it more formally. So currently, we want to combine the General Assembly into one to simplify it. Keep the regular monthly meetings because those are good. People like those, presumably. I hope people like those. Meeting proposals, da 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 da. And most likely, we're going to go with the managed democracy approach. So towns can essentially nominate representatives of their town to go to the General Assembly and vote on proposals. And these proposals can include stuff like, making committees, but also doing events, the way the World Assembly works, and other such ideas and the like. People can also do things like vote for the World Assembly to do something. Like, we tried to host a court case for the Wintaria versus Neverland debate. And yeah, people can already join committees independent of joining, like, the General Assembly. Because the Assembly is meant specifically for towns. Because another criticism that we got was that people didn't feel like their towns had a lot of power in what is theoretically a democratic organization. So, yeah. And then also outlining staff and staff permissions. So staff are not allowed to also randomly change the charter and randomly come up with ideas. Votes will be based on purely simple majority. And main rule of staff is to try and make sure that this server follows KMC rules. Because we are a public server, we have to follow the rules because we're technically part of we're basically part of KMC Discord. So we have to make sure that we follow the rules or else we're gonna get nuked collectively. So I would not recommend being nuked. That seems like a bad idea. So yeah.
Really?
If does anyone have any ideas or alternate or pointers? Jolly does have their gun. We do have Orlix on the team, and Mart is in the Discord. So if something goes wrong, they can all see it. We did also want to ask what people thought about staff running for GenSec, where the General Secretary is basically like the president of the General Assembly, and so they can suggest and make announcements and do that sort of specific stuff. Wow, that was vague. Anyways, yeah. So, do you guys think staff should be allowed? Because, technically speaking, there could be a risk of staff abuse, but staff also internally have rules that prevent them from. I am getting punched in Minecraft, what the heck? Okay, never mind. Sorry, someone else is punching me. Yeah, I'm also seconding the I don't see why not. PvP is not on, you just hear the sound effects, it's distracting. I would rather not. I don't want to die. You bad.
If PvP gets turned on, I'm dipping. I'm just gonna run.
PvP just turned on, I'm jumping into the river. Getting out of here. Everyone already issued one potato in it. It'd be entertaining. Adding a job onto your... That's true, yeah. And the General Secretary has some power, but they're not given, admin role or anything. So it's not like they could, go through and blow up the Discord. What? No potatoes? Come on. How dare you? I can't believe you're being stingy. SMH. Okay, yep. At the moment, that's kind of part of the reforms, actually. Because we kind of eliminated nation representatives. Yeah, see, that's the problem. We kind of don't know. That's part of why we brought this up, because we wanted people to come up with ideas and, have suggestions for the sake of, transparency. Oh, Wheatlet's is hi. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wait. Hello.
I'm going to delete that. Let's see that. Okay. We are currently talking about reforms. We can talk about GenSec after. We do have a thread for it. It's... Let me see. It is somewhere in the suggestion. Not that one. We did do activities. Anything so reforming it is beyond me. Yep, that's also the problem. Again, part of the point of the charter reforms is to try and make the charter more intuitive and understandable, so that people can focus more on doing things and less about the bureaucracy of how things are done. Oh yeah. So I mean, sure, okay. Get up here. Hi, Sonny.
I figured it'd be
Hello
easier
there,
to
Sonny.
just
It would be
ask
easier to speak, yeah.
questions. Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you looking to reform?
The past charter. The problem is Pocky does
Okay.
have a
What,
point.
all
He
of
was the
it?
only one that, yeah, basically all of it. He was the only one that understood the previous charter, and so then it's hard to reform a charter that we don't fully understand.
How long was it? Uh,
The
We could
charter's
just
like
completely remake the charter.
the Pocky's charter is like 15 pages or something. Let me see.
far too long.
It's yeah, exactly.
You're 5.
It could have been 5 pages.
Still too long.
Fair. Honestly fair.
Well, I'm not.
Then you can find
I'm
it.
just being realistic. Nobody wants to read over a page.
Yeah. Not even the creator knows, exactly.
So, is there anything that people have complained about, like specifically?
Mostly. So the main complaints we got were about voting. People found it really difficult to vote or like understand what was going on with the voting. Because before we had a bicameral assembly, so the nation leaders and town leaders were split up, and so then we had 2 votes for a town, 1 vote for town leaders, and then 1 vote for nation leaders. And
The
nation leaders
also own a town.
yeah, which is also part of the confusion.
So
So we're
just get rid
trying
of
to
the
make it
nation
more
leader
even
one.
Yep.
by only having town leaders
Yeah,
thing.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yep.
Okay. Any
Yeah,
other
you said 20
complaints?
times, but it
Because
didn't.
it seems like you sorted that one.
Yeah.
Also, I wouldn't bother doing a vote on that. Just do it.
Yeah, I'm kind of down for that.
Like,
Especially
I
if
really
like
don't. If everybody still gets to vote, it doesn't really matter if you're removing nation as a bracket, does it?
yeah. Yeah, also the old charter was 6 pages. So
Okay.
yeah. The other complaints we got were GenSec doesn't do a lot. Which I think is less of a problem of specifically the position and more so the people that end up getting elected into the position don't really do a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did it have like defined roles and responsibilities?
Not really, which is also part of the problem. So
Yeah, there we go.
yeah.
Then.
But then that raises the
Okay.
question of what kind of responsibilities would they
Well, I don't
have?
really know. So it depends how extensive you're doing your WA, doesn't it? Like,
Mhm.
is this meant to just be an organization that like people sort of announce events and sort of gather support for their pleas, or is it meant to enforce stuff? So, because I mean, I've been quite vocal in the past of like the organisations like AWA they have no authority to enforce anything.
Mhm.
So they are, or the way I see them is they're literally just a platform that people sort of speak about current events on.
Mhm. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, we've already established before that we're not making peacekeepers, and so we're not also like jumping into wars to try to stop them with force because that just adds another person to the war. That's not helping.
Well, yeah, and essentially you just become what is a nation at that point. So, so if your GenSec needs, sort of, I think if you're having a GenSec, then they should run the meetings, for one. I think, I don't know how much in terms of.
Oh God!
In terms of sort of like in terms of meeting structure, prior to the meeting? Is there much that sort of goes into what's the topics and things like that?
So usually for topics, we just let people put proposals on their own in the in the channel for it.
Yeah,
that's
so
where
but
all
that's
of our
that's
current
that's
proposals.
all picked and selected prior to the meetings, is it?
Yep.
Okay, well they should do that then.
It's enough for them to have one meeting.
Yeah, that's true. It is
Well,
pretty
yeah,
short.
yeah.
We can extend it.
It's.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, a
We can
month's fine
extend
if
it
you're doing
to
stuff every
back
day,
to
but like
2.
if you're doing it every 2 weeks, that's not. It's not very long.
Mhm.
Also, if you're an organization that is not like enforcing anything, then I don't know. You're not going to have a very extensive role set, are you?
Mhm.
Unless someone really goes into the committees and doesn't let them die in about 2 days.
That's true.
Yeah, sorry, I had more
Oh, that's
questions than
good.
suggestions. I just, yeah.
No, you're doing great. This is exactly what I was hoping to have, like actual good discussion.
Yeah. So, I think there's a few things. I'd say the sort of stuff around the meeting would be GenSec responsibility. Obviously, they don't want to mess that. You don't want someone that isn't willing to do that. So that should be made quite clear prior to. Someone's changed my flag. What the hell? No, sorry. Yeah, I don't really know what. So sorry, I'm not a very good person to speak on this. I suppose that's why I had questions, because I haven't been around for quite a while, so I don't know how this place has progressed. I just sort of said a few sweeping things when it first started that magically seem to have come true.
Damn, I wonder.
And then, yeah, so it'd be good to get a bit more of an insight of what GenSec has done in the past. But I'm gonna come off the stage.
Yeah. Anyways,
Once up.
are you going to talk about the topic, or are you trying to advertise? Because advertising at the end. Okay.
Okay.
Sure, you can come.
Hello, wait.
So yeah. Alright, hear me out. So you know how Sonny was saying about GenSec and stuff. Listen, there's no way.
This
to
is an
have-
advertisement.
No, I'm not. I promise you
Okay.
I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you I'm not. Just let me speak. Chill.
All right.
There's
We'll
no
try to
way.
do this once.
Yo, can I speak? Can I speak or no?
You can
You can
speak.
speak.
Go on.
Alright. There's no way to have actual power as a world organization unless you have force, okay? Now, I'm not saying everyone go to war with the WA, everyone intervene with the WA. What I'm saying is that no one's going to give a shit about your rules if you have no way of enforcing them. Like, if you have no way of getting people to do the rules, then how are people actually gonna what do you mean size? It's a good point. Just tell me how people are going to listen to you and listen to these very strict rules if no one has any threat against them. Like, what's your threat? What's stopping them from breaking all the rules that we've put in place? Literally
I
nothing.
mean, there's
No
like
one-
there's a bunch of server rules. There's a townie.
Yeah,
There's
I mean these all specific charter rules, like all human rights, like and all stuff like that in your charter. No one is gonna listen to them if you have no way of enforcing them. I mean, how are you gonna
I
actually?
mean, we're not going
I'm not
I
suggesting
am
capital
personally.
punishment.
Yeah,
I am suggesting capital punishment. Actually, I am suggesting capital punishment
Why?
because how someone actually give me a like how you're going to enforce any of these rules if you have no way of getting people to do them. You just want an excuse to kill
Wait,
people. No, I
just
don't.
sorry.
Terrible.
I
terrible.
do agree. Wait, I do agree with you, but they've not actually said they were going to do any of the things you're saying.
What do you mean?
Well, like they've not said that they're going to like make a bunch of rules that are enforced.
No, I know they're not, but what that then
So what's the
comes to the
point?
point. No, then comes to the point of why is there a point of having these rules in the first place in these charters if not only you're not going to get people to follow them and also you're not going to enforce them. There's just no point of
Well,
having any of those. It
I
just
mean,
defeats
yeah.
the point, doesn't it? Like,
Potentially. I mean, it depends what they are, doesn't it? So,
I mean,
I have a bit of a
like if it's
follow
actual
along and a bit
rules,
of
like wait, let me go.
simulated government.
Where's the charter? Where's the charter at?
Both of you are missing the fact that the WA is not a world police force. The WA, at
What do you mean
least
both of
when
us?
I
So
was
I'm
what is
there,
agreeing
it?
with
the
you.
So what
goal
is it?
was to make the world a better
Please,
place.
civil.
Okay, but how are you going to make the world a better place if no one listens to you?
You don't have to
Well-
have people to listen,
Yes,
quote
you do.
unquote.
Yes, you
Listening is
do.
different from
Yes.
development. You can have people come over and help you, and they don't need to listen to what you're saying. You can have people develop infrastructure and roads and rails and cities, but they don't have to listen to you. You can just help out. You
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
people-
force people
people-
to listen
No,
to what you're
I've
saying and
been
listen
put
to
in a
what is-
every
box
single
with
what is
you,
the
rule.
lads.
what is the point of having
Please stay
a
civil.
whole? Huh? What?
They said stay
Okay.
civil.
Why have I been
Stay civil. I am civil.
put in a box with you, lads?
See, this is what happens when you have a crazy person. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
That was referring to me.
Okay. What? No. I get that you guys like it's good that you guys have been helping people with rails and infrastructure and all of this, but at a point it's just not really there's not really a point of having a quote unquote world assembly anymore if it's more of a charity. Like you guys have all
What
of
do you
these
mean
different
there's
What do you
quote
think?
unquote?
Can I
Okay,
speak? Can
wait.
I-
Let me
can I-
ask.
can I
What is the
finish?
point of humanitarian aid if all of you gonna do is just fight or try and force people to a set of rules? What's the point of allowing human rights if you're just gonna try and force everyone to do human rights? That's not freedom. That's forced
Because that's
freedom.
what people. That's what. How else? How else are you going to enforce human rights? It's never ending.
Have you ever
guys-
heard
like-
of fucking democracy? Jesus.
Yes, I've heard of-
My
No,
mans
I
think
know-
everything is
no,
authoritarian. It has to be
Okay,
authoritarian.
Can I
There's a
finish?
thing called
Can I finish?
self-determination. Have you heard of it?
Can I
There's
finish?
an entire. There was
Can
a
I
quote
finish?
from a book I read,
No.
the United Nations Oxford
Can I
Dictionary.
finish?
Self-determination, at
Can I
least in the
finish?
perspective of the United Nations, must be expanded and not expanded at the same time. The
Can I
United
finish speaking?
Nations, at least on the IOL standpoint, has created things that
Can we skip the
expand
cutscene?
self-determination, but at the same time limit it. It's-
If the WA isn't a World Cup, what is it? It's a charity. If it's not a World Cup, it's a charity. Okay. What else could it be? What else could it possibly be? Or it
It
helps
will
people.
form
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay,
good
okay.
that it
national
helps.
discussion.
Chill.
It's good, but if it
You
has
can
human
Please remain
rights,
civil.
okay, gotcha. It has human rights, okay. It has charters about human rights, but how are you gonna get people to actually follow that? Like,
Wait.
guys, who in here has actually read through the actual human rights thing?
What?
Actually, a lot of people, because let's see, how many people reacted to it in info,
Because you
WA
reacted
info,
to it, doesn't
over.
Wait, who wrote there's
Fine.
a human rights thing
Fine.
for the server?
Exactly. Like,
That's mad.
no,
Crazy.
the thing is, my full point is number one, you guys cannot be a world organization if you don't enforce the human rights and the things
That's
you're. No, can I finish speaking, please? I'm trying to.
You have finished speaking repeatedly, and both times you've made the same point.
Okay, so that's my point. So I don't understand why there isn't some way of
So,
enforcing it? Why
so
isn't there a way of enforcing that?
I'd say that you don't need to have it necessarily enforced, because there are many people that participate in this that will go along with it because they enjoy it.
Because they enjoy it. Yeah, I
Well,
get it.
Yeah, we're
like,
in this
Pocky's put a lot of time into it, and so he's going to go along with it because he enjoys doing it. Well, you would imagine he
Actually,
enjoys
I'm
it.
not. I'm not staff anymore. I'm not WA.
Well,
You're still here,
no,
though.
that's,
I-
yeah, but you still
You are
go
still a
along with it,
member.
no?
Please
Yeah.
tell me how you guys are going to enforce any of the rules. Like, I know you say you don't want to enforce.
Yeah, but they
That's
haven't.
why-
They haven't said that they were going to enforce it.
Yeah, I know. That's what
We
I'm
literally
Okay.
said that we're
So
we're
how are
not
they
going to
gonna-
enforce it.
how-
Okay,
what are
your
the
point
point
is
of
moot
having-
because we're not
confused.
enforcing it.
I'm asking what is the point of having these rules then?
So that you can
Well-
have like a basis or a standard that you can personally hold others by. You don't have
Yeah.
to follow them because we're not gonna like militarily enforce them. Instead, we're just
Yeah,
going to
but
be
for-
like, these
For
exist.
you,
Right.
Week, surely you could use it as a justification for war.
It's justification for war. Yeah.
Yeah, for you from a
Like,
self
From a
benefit.
standpoint of, oh, this nation is not following up to human rights standards. Let's go invade it. You have the ability to do
So-
that. You have the ability
so-
to make up casus bellis and roleplay
So
and
it
not
is causing
roleplay.
war. So it is causing war.
No,
Indirectly. Indirectly.
everything indirectly causes war. Meetings can
No,
cause
no,
war.
no, no, we
Talks
can't-
and small
I'm
discussions
asking-
can cause
I'm asking
war.
if
It's
this
everything.
specifically-
Small,
I'm asking if this
tiny things
specifically
can lead up to war.
created
War
by
isn't
the
just.
WA leads to
Okay.
war.
War isn't
Wait,
just
Why are you so
caused
annoyed?
because of X. War is caused
Please
because of many
remain
different
civil.
factors.
This guy wants to be Gensec.
Like, he came in swinging. Have you woke up on the wrong side of bed today, mate? Like,
I didn't-
what's going on here?
Dunstan,
We're just
you're
having a
not-
casual
you
chat.
don't understand the point, though. You don't understand the point.
The
No,
point
we do
is that
understand
the
the point.
WA
So
isn't like this
I've made the same
exactly
point before months ago.
organization that's going to be perfectly by the book. Perfectly, every single rule must be enforced to their full extent across the entire land. That's not the point of the WA.
Well, that is the
The
ideal
WA
point of a world organization.
Okay, that's enough.
Whoa, censorship. God.
He was not.
I mean,
He was making the exact same point repeatedly and demanding to be heard for the
I
exact
miss
same
him
point
already.
repeatedly. You guys can duke it out later. Okay.
what?
Uh,
No. I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't
think
argue with
for the
that.
charter, at least, because that's what this is actually about, the reform to the charter. I think for Gensec, it should be outlined as the actual leader, the executive.
What's the
because
point?
that's the
Right. Okay,
the-
yeah,
it's
but
the
you need
leader,
to
it's
change.
the
You need to change.
executive.
You need to change your timings, then, don't you? Like, because you can't do it for a month. A month's like piddly.
Well,
It's
why
two
do you? I
meetings.
didn't want to change it. In the original first charter, it was 2 months, but we got complaints about it being too long, so we changed it to 1. From the, I'm pretty sure it was the 21st charter to the May 10th charter.
So who decides? Is it just a straight up put a name out and then you vote? Well, or is it like they submit it and you guys pick it? How are you doing this decision making?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you pick who the Gensec is? Do you just put a name in a
Oh,
poll
it's
and
election.
then the number? Right. Okay.
It's an election. It's currently people can run, but yeah, Salt earlier, all the way back on 4-29 before May, wanted to change the term length from 2 to 1, and since it got a lot of people saying yeah to it, staff, at least when I was staff, decided to help me rewrite the charter. We made the May 10th charter, posted it for vote. It passed in both houses of the GA and became, well, the law of the WA. And then that changed also to the referendum, which means anyone can propose changes to the WA charter through referendums.
I will say a lot of these were actually voted on by past World Assembly members, so these were actually like agreed on, basically.
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's-
silly
it do-
people.
Well, that's the thing about reform. Reform
Damn.
changes. A solution to X problem now is not a solution to Y problem then. Things change and solutions have to be developed. New solutions and old solutions. It's reform. Gotta try things.
It
and
was
try
it
things
was
again.
it was it was a joke, mate.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just yapping.
Didn't. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, I only really came up to say, wait, your points. I get it, but it's a bit silly.
All right, we can move you guys down if the discussion is
Yeah.
over.
I'll think of anything.
Okay, as usual, put your hand up and we will bring you up to speak if you have something you want to say.
Okay, so
Hello, who are you?
many of y'all might know me, might not. I'm the one who took down Geta.
Oh shit. Okay, I guess we're talking about this now.
Um,
We still have the Nobel Peace Prize to talk about, but I
well,
think
right
the
now I'm a
person
town, but
who
we're
came up with
making
that-
a UT, United Towns, where we're planning on taking every little town
go
and
ahead.
raiding them.
What?
Yeah,
What?
What?
raiding every little town. That's our goal.
What do you mean by raid?
Like, I mean, like taking down some nations, some towns, looting them,
You don't do that.
killing
Can
half
we
their
kill
team
this guy
until they
with
fall.
hammers?
Okay, get out of here. Okay. Well, everyone gets a chance to speak, but if you say something
I say we should definitely create a committee to hand out peace prizes. Trust me.
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, James.
Yes.
I've come up
Hello-
here real
hello,
quick
James.
to
Hello.
formally request Ivar to please remove that man from Meridian. I want him
Yeah.
nowhere near that continent. If that's what his goals are, Ivar, get him out. Get him out, mate. That's all I
Did
want to
anyone
say.
clip
Good
that?
luck.
Please tell me someone clipped that.
Broken is recording.
Broken, give me that recording. I'm sending it straight into my editing software and posting it media.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Ivar, have
Yeah,
you removed him yet, please? Please.
Yeah.
Outlaw
Wait,
this
so-
man.
What is
So
his
you said- wait.
name?
We
by
need
the
to
way?
kill him with hammers.
Who was that guy?
So this capital punishment Wheat was talking about, right? Maybe, maybe only this guy. Only we'll make an exception for this man because
Oh my
everyone
god.
say aye.
What? Huh? What?
The man that just
Oh.
threatened everyone on the server
Man
to
that
kill
just
them.
tried to-
Yo, I just
Oh,
want
I
to
forgot
say
how
Are
chaotic
you
these are.
listening, man?
I just want to say that if you want free melons, just come to Delamar. I will just give you a bunch of melons. I will fill your inventory with melons. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh my god. You know what? I
Ads for
respect
after
that.
the meeting, please.
You know
I
what?
do
Yeah,
have something
I
to
think...
say about the peace prize, though.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Let's maybe get back on topic.
Sure.
I was gonna say, how would a peace prize even be handed out, like realistically? Because I say we should take people who we know are peaceful or extremely good. Like Hazy. Everyone loves Hazy. If you don't, you are getting sent straight to hell and infinite torture. But like,
Actually correct.
yeah, true. But like, take the people who are known to be the most peaceful and nice, and have them decide to do the prize. Like how it's in the real world, it's a committee from like Norway, I think.
Yeah, it is a committee from Norway. They're powered specifically by one guy's fortune that they invested really well. Noble's fortune. That they invested really well and basically just had a lot of money. Which,
Yeah, Alfred
conveniently,
Nobel.
I am also incidentally the 5th richest person on the server, so
Oh wow, would you look
If
at
Welcome,
we need-
welcome back, Nobel.
that? Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, that would work. Have a committee of like just a bunch of people who then go over facts and some history and see, oh, this person has been the most peaceful during this month. Like, that would work well.
that'd be interesting. Maybe not this month. Maybe like every
2
couple
months?
months, because every
Yeah.
month seems a bit much, especially if you're. Well, we could also have like a payment amount too. Like, I'd be willing to throw like, I don't know, like $1,000 at someone who is particularly peaceful or is.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, the actual Alfred Nobel Peace Prize IRL does give like what $250,000 to its winner, I think.
mhm.
So yeah, $500, $1,000 would probably work, and plus it would encourage people to actually be peaceful and not do war because
Yeah.
hey, you're getting money for it.
And hey, conveniently, it is a non-military way of enforcing certain rules by putting good rewards for if you follow those rules. Also, yes, please do not mention actual politics. We also obey KMC rules. Do not mention real life things. Thank you.
I mean, yeah.
To destroy people.
What is the world thought?
What is he talking about? Oh my god. Okay, anyways.
What?
Good ideas, everyone. We have 10 minutes until the meeting ends, so if
I
someone
have
has a
an
specific topic they want to
idea.
bring up or something like that, then go ham and we will
I
let
do,
you
and
speak.
it's a bit of a weird one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sunny, and it ties into monetary reward again.
Okay. What's up?
Basically, a
Okay.
while ago, I think a long while ago actually, I proposed a bank idea. Now, someone's gonna say, oh, world control or something, bank bad. Why not an international monetary fund to help people do infrastructure projects for transparency on the basis of
Had.
had
Sorry. Had to put it out.
like helps people invest. Say some people want an infrastructure project, but they need to hire workers, then the bank can do it for them, pay the workers, and then it's a loan. Allows
Is it
people to
just
do
the World Bank
projects.
idea again from like the fifth meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh, good
Why
God.
do you think I'm bringing it back up? And for transparency, every single dime just must be counted in or out, and not that
Yeah,
hard
my
when you
main
can log it
concerns
on
with that.
Discord.
Yeah, my main concerns with that are the same concerns that we had with the previous World Bank idea, which is that. Alright, it's not even over. Which is that we can't enforce like people coming back and giving us their money.
I mean,
If you want to do a bank, why does it need to be part of the WA?
separate.
That's true, yeah. That too.
Like, if you want to do a bank,
Because
do
it would
a
work
bank.
well with the WA. My point being,
Why?
it allows international legitimacy.
That makes sense.
Does it?
Yes. And also, since if it would technically be independent, then it can enforce its own operations, but also set aside money for WA projects, meaning
Right,
it's a
so you want it to
relationship
be.
it's a bank that's technically controlled, but not controlled by the WA, and allows it to enforce its own loans.
It's
and that kind of
controlled
thing,
but
and
not
people-
controlled. It's part of it, but it's also independent.
In the way that the International Monetary Fund works with the United Nations IRL.
Yeah.
It's
So-
the International Monetary Fund isn't, but also works very closely with the United Nations IRL.
Okay.
That's basically
So-
what it would be.
So
Just in this case, it would be like
who's,
some of the.
how are you planning to fund this bank?
Well, from my money and other people I can get to invest.
How much money do you have?
Not much.
Right. Okay. So, and
I don't get why you're so pessimistic, though. You always come with pessimistic attitudes. I mean,
yeah. But no. I'm just saying
Oh,
how
wait.
it would work. So
Oh,
Hi,
you.
hi.
Hello
wait,
there,
one person.
Sentinel.
Wait.
I'm Sentinel, leader of the Golden Union's military. So you're telling me that you're going to get people to invest in your banking. How are you going to do this?
How do you think people get investors IRL? How do you think
Well,
people
yeah,
get
yeah,
investment in projects?
I'm aware that there's
Okay.
ways, but how are
Yeah, but-
you as an individual going to go about doing this within the WA?
Remember
In
to
the
say
WA, I'm
civil.
look- Thank you, Shi.
Okay. Right, Pocky. Let me give you an example. Right. So, I'm going to give you $10,000. Right. How am I going to see a return on said $10,000?
How do you think banks do this thing called
No,
loan
no.
out?
Yeah, but
and-
no. I understand how banks operate, but
That's-
explain it to me.
I
Minecraft
take
is
the money that you
fundamentally
give me,
different in real life.
Yeah.
and then I find things to invest in. I use that
Uh-huh.
money to invest in things. Then, after that, brings a return, but there's always risk with it because obviously that's banking. Get a return, pay you back that. I pocket some of it and keep going. But this is
Okay.
actually becoming boring because you're just trying to bring IRL politics into a Minecraft server.
I'm not trying to bring any IRL politics into anything. I'm
Not
saying,
even
how are
politics,
you going to
Pocky, with
economics.
all due respect,
What?
you
You're
I'm
getting
not trying to
defensive.
bring any.
Okay.
No. I'm
You
saying it doesn't.
suggested it first.
No,
Yeah.
I
Pocky, you
did.
presented
what?
it first.
I specifically asking me how it would exactly
So,
work,
are you
which
going
means
to
I
give?
have to explain economics, and economics is boring,
What?
sadly.
Well, then
Well,
why do you
yeah,
want to start a
but
bank?
you are.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm Delamar downvotes this idea, and I just
Okay.
think I speak on GU.
I think it's a great idea if you could get people to pay you back, but people won't. Because it might not even be intentional. They might just go inactive. And then how would you then guarantee someone that you're using someone else's money to start
How would
this
I-
bank? How would you
how would
guarantee
I-
that you're going to be able to, they're going to be able to get their money back?
A return?
Yeah.
Well, I just have to invest in safe projects or projects that I know are going to be more successful, lower the risk.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's in banking. Why invest in something or someone you just saw join the server? There's risk involved in that.
Okay, I understand that, but to get
The
this
banking
money is
system
I'm
is
asking.
fundamentally flawed.
A bank on this server is fundamentally flawed, but it would.
You want to do it anyway.
Not saying want to, but
Um,
I'm saying it would be a very interesting idea. That's why I proposed it.
I
2 times
think
now?
I think if do it separately to the WA, see if it works.
I think it was Epic who had a bank.
Yeah, he did, and
May-
no one ever used it.
yeah, no, I'm.
I also
I
remember
have a town
Infernia
bank.
tried to do a bank. Infernia,
Well,
I say tried. There's a Nation News post somewhere of a bank.
Infernia
I'd
tries
say
lots of things.
do it separately, see if it works. If it does work, then you've got something to show, and then try and get it added to the WA. I think that'd be the way around to do it. Especially if you're relying on other people's money, because the people that you're talking about when they did a bank, they'd self-funded,
Yeah.
and it didn't work. So if you can get it so you're not self-funding and it works, then that's great.
Yeah.
No? So maybe that's
it
the
is.
way around to do it, rather than keep bringing it into sort of a linking it with the WA. Everybody's saying no because
I'm saying the WA
you don't
is
really
just a
have anything to back
successful,
it
at
up
least
at the moment.
mainly successful organization for stability, at least.
Yeah, but you want it to be part of the WA because you want access to like
No.
funding?
Because international legitimacy. Because that, how do I put this? Public image. Particularly because banks usually aren't trusted in IOL spaces due to totally not 2008. Totally.
Yeah, but you're in a Minecraft server. I don't think that actually applies.
There's still some adults here who probably can remember that.
Well, yeah, but we're not
Yeah,
trying
but-
to make banks.
Sorry, but you're not literally making a bank. You're lending people money in Minecraft with some interest attached to it.
Yeah.
So the negative opinion of real life banks won't carry over.
I mean, might.
Maybe.
People
Maybe.
people have opinions.
People have
I think you do
opinions
it
that-
independently, see if it works, and then if it does work, then you have something to show to everybody, and then people might think it's a good idea. But is that not the way good way to go about it?
Okay, sure. All right.
Awkward silence.
Nani unfortunately can't speak, so we're gonna skip that.
Build nether highways. Don't grief them.
Never highways. Don't
Um,
grieve them. I can hear her in the
and
background.
death penalty to people who break our spawners.
Or people who I don't know want to raid entire countries.
Nah, no, those guys are chill.
Apparently. What?
Yeah, I was gonna be like, I felt offended by that for a second.
Oh my god. Okay. Moving you guys out of stage, staff.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Whatever. Yeah. All right. One last guy, and then we can probably end it. It
Okay.
has been an hour. Okay. What is your company idea?
So we all know about I think we all know about the underground ice highway things and how they
Yes.
don't work sometimes for Java and Bedrock players. And I'm a Bedrock player, so I was thinking about making right beside it another highway called a railway highway, and I'm gonna reopen it to the public where it can work either way, and it's gonna have way more places, like different towns, different country or different nations, because some of the nations that I used to go to are like unowned, unclaimed, they all fell. So I
Uh-huh.
was thinking about opening it back up for trade routes that are quicker without a cooldown. If that's like
Ah.
a good idea. But I don't have enough money, so that's just an idea right now. But soon we'll get enough money, we'll have our nation, and then we're planning on building more, like building it up again.
Okay. That's actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay, cool.
I have a bit of opportunity. What about just melons? We just have like an economy of just melons, and I'll be funding it all. How about that?
What? Okay.
Melons.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is wrong with my voice? Hold on, sorry.
Nothing is wrong.
You're good.
Oh no,
Yeah, you
like
sound-
I can't hear y'all that well. I don't know what's
Oh.
wrong with this.
Huh.
It might just be my phone. So y'all think that's a good idea, right? Like just
Yeah.
a
Good
big
idea.
highway
Mhm.
for trade and stuff. Because I remember the messengers, they used it to like for trade, but then they stopped after I think they fell, right? I don't remember exactly, but
The world order still exists.
okay, yeah.
Still around. We actually have some folks from. No, we don't. They left.
Right.
But yeah, that's a new idea for like trade. And when Christmas time comes around or stuff like that, I was thinking about like giving free loot to people in need.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty sick. We do have
Yeah,
a
nice
donation
company,
committee.
not rating, no rating. Only nice company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Cool.
I mean, for
Yeah.
me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
No problem. See ya. It is
That
5
was
p.m.
very
It has been an hour, and we try to keep these to an hour because they are pretty long. Okay. Talkie can say one more thing, but if it kicks off an entire discussion... No, Wheatlad's left. Usually, so I'm trying to wrap up the meeting is what I'm trying to say.
One more
Hi,
thing.
Pocky. One more thing.
fascinating.
Okay. Well,
Very
great
inspirational.
talk, everyone. Good job. Good meeting. We currently still have staff positions still open, and we are still looking for World Assembly staff. If you would like to apply, you can make a ticket in tickets, and we'll get to you with questions. So yeah, I could only say one more thing. Okay. All right. Thank you everyone for coming. Once again,
This
as
was a
well,
great
if you
meeting.
want your town to be hosted and you want a bunch of people to stop by and visit, please put your town into the host town proposals